up.
tattoos. It's who they're affiliated with, their communication.
You have not
who they're
presented
spending
any
time
other
with,
evidence,
criminal
nor has your
activities.
department.
The cases
Reclaiming
move
my time,
exactly the
during
same
your
as it is
confirmation
when
hearing,
other
you said your focus would be on deporting immigrants who have been convicted of crimes and those who have received removal orders. But that is not what you have been doing. Instead, you have been deporting children with cancer, children who are U.S. citizens, a gay makeup artist who committed no crime and didn't even enter the country illegally. You have been sloppy. Your department has been sloppy, and instead of focusing on real criminals, you have allowed innocent children to be deported while you fly around the country playing dress up for the cameras. Instead of enforcing the laws, you have repeatedly broken them. You need to change course immediately before more innocent people are hurt on your watch.
What you're about to hear is one of the most disturbing DHS exchanges in recent memory, because it involves a 4-year-old American child with stage 4 cancer being deported, a mother denied access to her lawyer, and even a gay makeup artist from Venezuela who followed the law step by step, only to be removed anyway. Seth Magaziner laid out every detail, and Kristi Noem couldn't defend a single one.
You're back.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize Mr. Magaziner for 5 minutes.
Madam Secretary, on April 24th, a woman in Louisiana was deported along with her 7-year-old daughter and 4-year-old son, both of whom were U.S. citizens. The 4-year-old son had stage 4 cancer. Now, you just stated under oath that the mother consented to having her U.S. citizen children removed. But I have spoken with the attorney for that U.S. citizen child with stage 4 cancer. She has also made numerous statements to the press in which she stated unequivocally that at no time did the mother consent to her U.S. citizen children being removed. What evidence do you have to support your claim that she did consent?
Congressman, we followed the same policies and procedures
What evidence
for
do
every
you
individual,
have?
and we
What
have
evidence do you have?
We have
that
documentation
she?
that
What
that mother-
documentation do you have
We will get
that
that
mother
We
consented?
will get that to you, sir. I don't have it with me
Please
today,
do. I
but
understand
that
it's
mother
hard to keep them all
consented
straight
to
because
take
you've
her
deported
child with
multiple
her.
U.S. citizen children, but I'm asking specifically about the 4-year-old with cancer who was deported on April 25th. For the record, that family was also not given access to legal counsel before they were deported, even though their lawyer was in the same building at the time. I'm holding in my hands here a document called ICE Directive 11064, Interests of Non-Citizen Parents and Legal Guardians of Minor Children. This is the policy for how ICE agents should handle situations like this. It states unequivocally that parents and legal guardians should have the ability to make alternative care arrangements for minor children prior to their arrest or detention, and that ICE must afford parents the opportunity to consult with legal counsel. So, did the ICE agents working on this case who deported this 4-year-old with cancer of their own volition fail to follow ICE policies, or were they directed to by your office or anyone else in DHS leadership?
Sir, this mother chose to keep her child with her.
You have not produced any evidence
when
to say so,
return
but I'm
back to
asking
her
again,
home
have you
country,
directed
and that is the
DHS
priority of President Trump is
officers
to keep
to
families
ignore
unified
this
together. It's
policy?
very different than the previous
right.
administration. The previous administration
On
separated
March
families
15th,
over and
reclaiming
over
my
and
time,
over
on March
again. This
15th,
is a
your
change.
department sent 3 airplanes to El Salvador. Those planes carried approximately 261 individuals who were imprisoned upon arrival. Did you personally review and approve the names of those 261 individuals before they were sent?
Sir, we have deported and sent home
Did
thousands
you
of individuals.
did you review the names of those individuals?
And we have individuals that have the
Why won't you answer the
responsibility
question?
within the Department of
Are you
Homeland
aware
Security.
of whether those 261 individuals were given the opportunity to speak with a lawyer or appear before a judge before they were put on those planes? Yes or no?
Sir, every single individual followed the exact same process. that
They
we
were
follow for
not
everyone
all
who's
they
in
were
this-
not all given
in
the
this country
opportunity to appear
illegally.
before a judge or speak with a
was
lawyer. On
treated the
April
same.
7th, the Supreme Court ruled that detainees must have an opportunity to have a hearing before they are deported. Are you familiar with the April 7th Supreme Court ruling?
am.
Can you assure us that in the future you will abide by that Supreme Court ruling to provide detainees with a hearing before they are
We're
deported?
following all judges' orders. Yes, sir.
I have a photograph here of André Hernandez Romero, a gay makeup artist from Venezuela. He fled Venezuela fearing gang violence because of his opposition to the Maduro dictatorship and his sexual orientation. He presented himself at a port of entry and requested asylum. His claim was found to be credible, and he was placed in detention to await a full hearing. But he never received a full hearing because you put him on one of those planes to El Salvador, where he still is today. Listen to me. He had no criminal record in the United States or in any other country. He did not even enter the country illegally. He presented at a port of entry. He tried to do it the legal way. And to this date, the only evidence your department has presented to justify his imprisonment is that he had 2 tattoos, one that said mom and one that said dad. Do you have any other evidence to present for why this individual should be locked up in El Salvador?
Sir, every case is used
have
the
any-
same protocols and the same processes and inputs.
Do you have any
that
evidence
that
other than the
law enforcement
tattoos that say
officers
mom
use in
or dad
criminal
for why
cases?
this individual
So it's not
should be
just
locked
on
up?
tattoos. It's who they're affiliated with, their communication.
You have not
who they're
presented
spending
any
time
other
with,
evidence,
criminal
nor has your
activities.
department.
The case is
Reclaiming
going
my time,
exactly the
during
same
your
as it was
confirmation
with
hearing,
other
you said your focus would be on deporting immigrants who have been convicted of crimes and those who have received removal orders. But that is not what you have been doing. Instead, you have been deporting children with cancer, children who are U.S. citizens, a gay makeup artist who committed no crime and didn't even enter the country illegally. You have been sloppy. Your department has been sloppy, and instead of focusing on real criminals, you have allowed innocent children to be deported while you fly around the country playing dress up for the cameras. Instead of enforcing the laws, you have repeatedly broken them. You need to change course immediately before more innocent people are hurt on your watch.
Gentleman's time has expired. I now recognize.
What we're looking at here isn't a policy disagreement. It's something far more serious. A moment where the basic duty of government, the duty to protect its own citizens, was abandoned. Seth Magaziner didn't just question Secretary Kristi Noem. He dismantled the entire justification behind her department's actions. And the most shocking part is how straightforward the facts are. A 4-year-old American child battling stage 4 cancer was deported without a hearing, without due process, and without access to the family's attorney, who was literally in the same building. That alone should stop the country in its tracks. But then Magaziner reveals the second layer of the story, a pattern, not a mistake. A Venezuelan asylum seeker who did everything by the book, followed the legal process, had no criminal record, and was still shipped out. And the justification. Tattoos that said mom and dad. That's not national security. That's not border enforcement. That's a life-altering decision made on evidence so thin you'd struggle to call it evidence at all. And when Magaziner pressed Noem under oath for documentation, or even the simplest confirmation that she reviewed the list of the 261 people sent to El Salvador, she couldn't provide a single answer. Not one. It wasn't oversight. It wasn't caution. It was indifference. And that's the part that should worry every American, no matter their politics. This isn't law enforcement. It's bureaucracy turned cruel, where vulnerable people, children, cancer patients, asylum seekers, are treated like line items on a manifest rather than human beings deserving of rights and dignity. Magaziner's point landed because it exposed something deeper. The danger of a system that stops asking, "Is this legal?" and starts asking, "Can we get away with it?" And in that hearing room, Noem didn't have explanations. She had evasions. She had rehearsed talking points. What she didn't have were answers for the families whose lives were shattered on her watch. This is exactly why accountability matters. This is why elections matter. And it's why the public can't afford to look away when leaders fall this far short of their responsibilities, especially when the people being harmed are the ones least able to defend themselves. So now I'll throw the question back to you. Based on everything you've seen, everything laid out in this exchange, should Kristi Noem remain in charge of DHS after decisions like these?